Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to take a quick look here at Cardano, see what's going on. And we had this joke in our community that Cardano is a stable coin, which is kind of funny. It does stabilize and kind of go stuck on stupid for a little while. But I do want to kind of note that in the 5-week period from February 7th to like the March 14th, it did increase by roughly 71%. So keep in mind, this coin can still move. I just want to kind of throw that out there. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is the site. Link down below. We got a lot of new traders coming over. Please make sure you read through our signals guide so you know what's going on. And of course, if you want to become a little bit more proficient, I recommend watching my Trading Academy videos before you dive into any of my trade signals, okay? But just know we have been taking some nice profits lately. We're on some kind of on a short track right now. In other words, AVAX and Bitcoin. We shorted those recently with some nice profits. We also have a near protocol short. Coincidentally, we have a Cardano long. So we're going to talk about the reasons why I feel Cardano should be able to sustain this price point and inevitably continue higher. Pending Bitcoin doesn't drop sub 64,000, I think we're going to be okay. All right. So let's look at the 7-day look back here and confirm. Yes, there's a lot of liquidation at 62 cents. Okay, so that is an area of potential sweepage. We could actually see the price come down to 62, 63 cents. That would not hurt our swing trade whatsoever because, again, it's a low leverage, low position size. At least it should be, right? To those of you who are watching that either kind of go against that or perhaps you just have it in you where you can't not do it. Either way, low leverage, low position sizing allows us to swing up and down in these trades without problems, okay? What I'm getting at is we do have a low liquidation level there, so that's a possibility. We also have a higher liquidation level, about 67, 68, and 70 cents closely, or roughly rather, a close approximate there, if you will. Okay, so what I'm getting at is liquidation, while we have heavy concentrations in certain areas, we also have a lot of concentration of volume at certain areas too. So just to quickly note on the 4-hour here, when we take a look and we kind of zoom in, actually let's not zoom in that far, let's just kind of go at the last, this is roughly 2 months worth of trading. We can see the heaviest amount of concentration of of liquidity, basically volume, is at 62 cents. So we can see that if that lower level is swept, it should provide us with a strong support and the price would recover from there. So again, I'm feeling confident in 62 holding. Our stop loss is in the 59 sub 60 cent range. So having said all that, volume is kind of working very well in that regard. And again, you got to keep in mind, I'm not going to try to convince you here that taking along with Cardano is a good idea. Okay, I don't need to do that. I generally like to convince you that taking a trade is not a good idea, right? Generally, that's the concept. But what I want to kind of reaffirm here is just some supporting factors as well. Okay, once again, nice little support there at about 62 cents. Let's double check a couple of other things here. We got RSI at 50, getting close to breaking through that level. Haven't officially done that yet. Money flowing out of this coin here in the last couple of days, which makes sense considering Bitcoin's been kind of nothing but shenanigans there. Price shoots up, shoots down in a matter of minutes, liquidating millions of dollars, and we're all none the wiser, right? So what I'm getting at here is stochastic swinging up, MACD's trying to converge. We got this momentous shift in direction that could very well happen soon. Again, at this point, when we look at everything here, we combine that with all the moving averages, we're pretty much smack dab in the middle of just kind of a normal situation. This is neither bearish or bullish, right? So just because we're under 50 on the RSI doesn't mean we can't break through that level, and just because we're testing 50 on the the SMA doesn't imply that we're going to shoot and break down. Okay, a lot of reasons why it's a fairly neutral daily time frame, and that's okay. It's okay to trade in either direction with a daily time frame that's neutral, because you don't have to have confirming factors on every time frame. You just want to have confirming factors on most time frames, okay? And let's see if there's anything else here, of course. We are within all moving averages, kind of, again, more neutral-ish. We are testing 50 on the RSI, kind of hanging out right there at 50, okay? So stochastic is swinging up here, and money flow index is low. We've seen this with a lot of coins, including Bitcoin, too. Low MFI leads me to believe that there's less sustainability at this price point and that this more recent uptrend may not be super substantial, okay? So again, we just got to face the music here and be real. That's exactly a thing that we have to be aware of, okay? Low money flow index does imply the price could pull back. You could even argue that we have somewhat of a bear flag pattern here. A lot of coins are printing bear flags right now, so there is potential for downside. Okay, so I'm not going to say that 62, 63 cents isn't a reality. I think it's a possibility. Is it a probability? That's hard to say. So we look at the hourly, we can kind of confirm here as well that we're not massively overextended. We're traveling into the cloud now. And that is a possibility for a breakout. In other words, the price kind of closes up here, we would invalidate this uptrend. We would also be in a position where we'd be above the cloud, conversion line would remain above the baseline, and the lagging span would effectively be free and clear of the price action. So again, say that happens, lagging span would be free, we'd be in a prime position here, okay? Again, that's a lot of ifs and wins, right? We got to be 65, 65.5 or higher to close to give us that confirmation. Is that a guarantee? No, of course not. And you don't go on probabilities here. So at this point, if I were considering a trade right now, I would just steer clear. I wouldn't bother with a trade. If you're worried about our trade, we are technically in profit if you take the average position size that we have. So I would recommend just maybe consider closing it if you're worried. Okay, it shouldn't be anything that causes stress, right? So with me having a low leverage, low position sizing, having a decent amount of support and volume down below, once that liquidity level has been swept, I'm confident we'll see a recovery. There's a decent chance we're still going to be able to see the price action continue higher. So to me personally, I think we're still in decent shape here with Cardano. But again, is it like the best trade ever? Totally not. Not now anyways. It's certainly invalidated a lot of different things. And with us testing this cloud, the upper and lower lead, I think we have possibilities of seeing this get back on track. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not like a clean setup right now if you decide you want to try it again at this point. So it's all up to you folks. Again, I trust my TA on the long time frame because, again, we still have a lot of confirming factors that we're in good shape. But once again, most of those are based on volume and how well Cardano is doing contrary to Bitcoin. Okay, because if you look at Bitcoin and a lot of altcoins right now, they're like a 1-to-1 ratio. So Cardano is performing a lot better than most coins. Like I just looked at AVAX, for example, or Near Protocol. They're kind of going like sideways and down. Cardano is essentially increasing and doing some pretty decent stuff here. So again, that's kind of where we're at. All right. No need to go any further. I think you get the gist. I hope you learned something here today. Comment below if you want. Like, subscribe, follow. Deeply appreciate that. And at this point, again, best way to recommend you considering right now is waiting for confirmation. If you're going to consider a long, 65.5 or higher would be a good starting point. If you're considering a short, I would wait for Bitcoin to make a move and then consider somewhere in the 64, 63 cent range. Just know that this coin has a tremendous amount of support in the last few months. And I think the probability of going sub 60 cents is very low. Just kind of my consensus there. All right, folks, I hope you learned something. Thanks again. Oh, also make sure you trade. Bitunix Phenomenal Exchange, MEXC Global is requiring KYC as of the 1st of the month. So just know we got a few days left to take care of that. I'd recommend transitioning over here. We got a lot of new members coming over here. And again, $5,500 in benefit rewards. Use my link to register, but no KYC or VPN required if that's something that's a concern for you at all. Hope you learned something again. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.